And that's what's coming to the streets of America very, very soon. So before we get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone to rule well, peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth for our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Hey, this your brother Tazim the bar coming back through the spirit power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and through the spirit. One of the beloved brothers sent this through the group chat earlier today, and my spirit was, just to do a real brief lesson on this. But hey, we're in those times, man. We're in those times where this devil's coming down with great wrath. They're coming with different ways to bring forth legislation to justify different types of acts that can take place in the society for far as pushing forth the depopulation. This is a heavy agenda that's taking place with these so-called Freemasons here in Babylon the Great, these loyal luminaries that's doing the bidding of these elites. But it's about to hit home very soon, man. And this is out from Missouri. It says Missouri prosecutor says proposed self-defense bill from GOP, which is a grand old party, state lawmaker would make murder legal, man. So they're basically going in how they're trying to bring forth a legislation where they make some these stand our ground laws, they'd be justified for shooting people down for standing their ground, like they do in Florida, man. And it says prosecutors, police officers, and legal politicians and sounding the alarm about self-defense bill in Missouri State Senate, saying the legislation would effectively make murder legal in the state. So, man, that's what they're trying to push. And you know why they're trying to push it? Because they want Jake to go just straight, ham out there and start gunning each other down. Just like in Texas, hey, you don't have to have a permit to walk around with a gun now, man. So they basically justifying for bringing forth these different legislations. Is it not the same way to how the Purge was brought forth in these different movies? They started being lenient on the gun laws, so that people can go out here and commit these murders and these different types of acts and be justified to doing it. That's what they're gradually doing. And they're doing it right in your face. They're gradually doing it right in your face, man. This is what you see. This is a new world order takeover right in your face. It says Missouri prosecutors say proposed self-defense bill from GOP state lawmaker would make murder legal. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to justify to bring forth these different type of mandates. So it'd be what? Order out of chaos. They want to create the chaos so they can bring forth the order. This is why you see they're gradually ushering in these so-called robot dogs. You got robot dogs helping guard the border. You got robot dogs help guard in different parks, man. You can look this up. And what you think they're going to do with these robot dogs? They're going to put guns on these robot dogs, and they're going to start policing the people. And they're going to get these so-called troops on the ground, and they're going to get them in these different type of super soldier suits to march the streets, man. That's coming soon, man. All these National Guards and things like that, they're gradually putting in your face for some major event to take place so they be justified with bringing forth the order when the chaos has come. Because it's going to be a great big chaos, because they're going to do what? They're going to, some type of power grid, which they've been speaking on, is going to take effect. And that's going to do what? Cause people to uprise and protest and take matters in their own hands, man. This is why they're trying to push forth different types of legislation like this, so they're justified for people coming out here murdering each other, man. And mainly who? Jake. That's what they want to do. Especially Esau want to go to these hoods and gun down Jake and be justified to doing it, man. They want to deputize themselves. That's what's going to happen, man. You Jakes don't know what the hell's going on. This devil he's lining you up. He's leading you as a sheep to the slaughter right in your face, man. Writing up this bill, man. All these different types of bills he's lining up so he's justified with gunning Jake down, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and he shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you're going to see take place, man. You're seeing that spirit of division increasing in these last days, especially the people that got the juice and the people that don't got the juice. The media has been using their propaganda machine to, demonize people that don't got it, man. And making the people that got it feel like they're good, which everybody know through the spirit, they've been, dropping dead like flies. But hey, that's the division that they're creating. But it's really the spirit of the Lord that's creating that division here in Babylon the Great, man. So you're gonna see a lot of more uprising protests, man, especially here in these latter days, man. Because it's about, hey, you got 1, 2 more months and it's about to start getting hot. So within this 2 more months, he has to bring forth more draconian laws. He has to bring forth more false flags to justify bringing forth what? More LDs. LDs, you should know what that means. We've been in the LD when the Crown Royal hit. So he's going to bring more LDs and Q zones to justify putting people in these places, man. That's why he's keep coming with these different V's. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction. And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. And it says it clearly in the book. It says that sword and destruction draweth nigh. It's drawing nigh in your face. This devil is writing up these legislations right in your face, man. Right in your face. And it's mainly for Jake. It's mainly for Jake. I mean, Esau and them gonna get caught out there, but it's mainly for Jake, man. To justify gunning down Jake, man. And especially when it's these so-called different LDs come effect, because they're gonna bring more LDs, and different legislations come effect where they try to justify grabbing up people and putting them in these Q zones. And it says, let me see where I was at. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, evading one another. Because why? When this crime out here in the streets, when this a lack of bread, a lack of food, people gonna be evading one another, man. People gonna be breaking in homes, breaking in cars, trying to get certain things so they can survive, man. It's gonna be survival mode out here, man. People not gonna be giving a two F's about nobody, man. Like the scripture said, the love of many shall wax cold. That's what's coming. When you're gonna hear alarms. You're gonna be hearing crazy alarms here in Babylon the Great, man, because they're gonna be doing. Esau's gonna go in, and it says they shall not regard their kings or princes, and of course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they ain't gonna give a damn about Joe Biden. They ain't gonna give a damn about Roy Cooper and all these different mayors and senators and governors around the world. Man, they ain't gonna give a damn about them. They're gonna take matters in their own hand, man. They're gonna be going for these politicians as well. Trust and believe me. You seen it on the movie Purge. It's gonna be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. Some of these politicians and senators, they be going for their head, man. They be going for them. Because while they're the ones actually writing up these bills and legislations, man, they're the ones mainly doing it, man. And it says a man shall desire to go to a city and shall not be able, because they're going to set up these garrisons. Not garrisons, I mean roadblocks. They're going to set up roadblocks. They're going to set up these checkpoints. If you ain't got the juice, and then if you ain't got the charagma, you can't go nowhere. And then if you don't got it and they catch you out, they're probably going to try to grab you up, lock you up, put you in the Q zone, man, or put you to death right on the spot. That's what's coming, man. That's why they're trying to write up different legislations of putting people to death and things like that, man. And it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. It's going to be a time of great fear in these last days, man. It's like the scriptures say, men should be as women. They're gonna be in a position of distress and a position of doubts and not knowing what the hell to do. But the men of the Lord, the Most High, didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of sound mind, man. We're gonna be very clear of understanding what times we're living in, man. We understand the times, we understand the will of the Heavenly Father. That is the main key here in these last days. Understanding the will of the Heavenly Father and understanding the times you're living in, man. And that's what you see in these last days, man. The scriptures say be diligent, measure the time diligent within itself. And we measure the times diligent within itself. When you see legislation and things like that being written up and being talked about, best believe it, they're gonna bring it forth. But they need a right event to justify bringing it forth. Just like when this Crown Royal hit, they needed that right event to bring it forth to start crippling the economy and bringing forth, the taking away the middle class. That's what they're gradually doing. They're taking away these business owners and things like that, and everybody fully dependent on the government, rationing out the food with the cargo shipment delays and things like that. This is a siege within. This is what they're doing, man. And it says, Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of their lack of bread and for their great tribulation. That's what's coming, man. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, man. People not going to give a damn about each other. Love of many going to wax cold. That neighbor that you once was cool with, drank beers with, chop it up with, hey, he ain't going to be thinking about you in that day like that friendship. He going to try to put you to death and take that food or take your woman. Who knows? The mindset is the mindset of these people is gonna be bugged out in these last days. That's why it's a high time to wake up out of sleep. That's why we have to sup with Yahweh Shema Shai in these last days, man. Because we understand what Isaiah 33:6, wisdom, knowledge, understanding will be our stability in these times, the times we're coming in. Stability to keep us stable and keep our head on the swivel when things start getting bad out here, man. Because you best believe it, Esau's coming down with great wrath. People going back to normal, people thinking everything is good. But what the scriptures say, man, let's grab it. For this is First Thessalonians chapter 5, I started 1. But the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Because the times and the season, what times and seasons we living in? We're living in the time of prophecy. We're living in the time of great death, a great vengeance from Yahweh Shema Shai upon this earth, man. It's for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall so cometh as a thief in the night. And that's what it's going to sneak up on everybody. Because the men of the Lord, we're on our watch tower, we're watching. We're seeing legislations like that being written up. We're seeing different legislations in New York being written up as far as putting people in Q zones if they're contagious. And up in Washington State, same thing. All these different types of legislations being written up. And people not paying attention. You got gun laws in Texas being written up where people can walk around with guns and bear arms. Come on, man. What you think they're doing, man? They're creating the chaos so they can bring forth the order, but people not actually paying attention because they think everything is going back to normal. Come on, man. You people are stupid. This verse 3, for when they shall sell peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. And that's what you're seeing, man. Everybody think everything is good, man. But at the same time, what's going over Ukraine and Russia? That war is getting brewed up, man. So if they bring forth a war, what more so what's going to happen here in their homeland? They have to bring forth some type of major event so they can be justified controlling the people, man. So they can control the people. They can control the narrative of what's really going on, man, and control the mindset. That's what they're going to do. Some major events going to take place here where they can be justified for grabbing people up and putting them in these Q zones and all these various things that Esau Edom has planned. This is what he's doing, trying to bring forth the charagma that you know what that is, Revelation 13:16, and cripple this economy, bring forth this digital age. This is what he's doing, man. Right in your face. Right in your face. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So all these things is going to take place. You ain't going to be able to escape it, man. Just like when you read in the book of Amos 5, and it's talk about, matter of fact, let's get it. Not going to butcher it. Amos 5. Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness, not light. And that's what we tell people. Woe to you, man. You desire the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is darkness, not light, man. What is the end for the day of the Lord for you, man? And let's keep going. As a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. So all these various things, as far as the plagues, is going to be taking place. Is going to be getting people caught up in these different types of scenarios. You think you're going to get away from martial law here. You think you're going to get away from different types of things that's going on in your city as far as rising protests here. You think you're going to get away from famine here. You got a little food stocked up. Nah, man. What something else is going to happen where the Lord's going to have some type of wild beast or anything put your ass to death. You never know. You never know with the Lord, man. He has various ways of how people in this society is going to be put to death, man. He has these death angels that's gonna be out here going crazy, man. Ezekiel 9:4 tell you about that, man. That's why he said, mark them that sigh and cry, man. That mark is what for exemption, man. That mark for exemption is not that so the death angels won't put you to death. And that's what we praying at the Most High. And he mark us for exemption, that we don't get caught up out here with these snares and traps, man. And that's what's coming. Verse 20. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness, not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? So that's what's coming. They're going to cut them lights off. The power grid gonna get hit, and it's gonna be all out chaos out here, man. That's why they're trying to justify bringing forth these different laws and different legislations, man, so they can be justified with grabbing people up and justified with people putting each other to death, just like the Purge, man. That's what's coming. They're trying to get rid of the middle class, man. It's gonna be the rich and the poor. That's what's coming. You see it on various type of movies. Watch Judge Dredd, man. With I think Sylvester Stallone. They show you that, man. They show you the outcast of the people, man. That's what's coming. That's what the type of dystopia the society Esau Edom wants, man. But you people, you so damn blind, you can't see that, man. You can't see it. The Lord don't really want you to see it anyway, because he said he comes as a thief in the night. I'm going to finish with this. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the habits of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. So he's about to go ham. He's about to do things you never thought would be taking place in society. The Most High is going to get his devil the power and the will to do that, man. He's going to let him do it. Like it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The Most High gave the earth over to this devil. So Esau Edom is going to go crazy out here. He's going to use all the toys and things and gadgets you never thought you would see. He's going to use all these different types of drones and various things like that. He's going to use all these so-called MK Ultra people to come out here and do crazy shit. And just so he can justify for bringing forth the order, man. He's going to do it, man. Because he know he has but a short time. He sees the chariots. He see the chariots pulling up. Zechariah the 5th chapter, man, where the angels is coming into the house of the thief. He sees it. So he has to go hurry up and bring forth his new world order. So now he has to go in the plan of what? Taking people out. That's what's coming, man. Taking people out, filling the goal of the Georgia Guidestones, man. And that's what you're seeing taking place with people taking the juice box. That was one part of the plan. Now he's going to bring forth another part of the plan. And that's what? Bring forth that sword, man. That sword, persecution, various different things that's written, which is actually prophecy. The Most High is going to put the spirit on this devil and force his hand where he's going to do it, man. Because this is what? This is the will of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, declaring the end from the beginning and doing all his pleasures like you read in Isaiah 46:10. This is the will of the Lord, man. This is his movie. It's not Esau's movie. He's just the actor in it. This is the Most High's movie, man. And guess what? His beloved son Yahweh Shai is going to take the kingdom, man. Through him, we're going to take the kingdom back. So this is why we're waiting and hastening on the day of his coming, because we can see that this man Esau Edom is on his way out. When he's writing up bills like this, you can see he's on his way out, trying to justify legal murder. That sounds like the Purge movie to me. Same thing right in your face. And they're going to do it too. Various other states are going to be with it. They're going to do it. They might knock it down, but they're going to bring it back up. Just like with different legislation that's going on in New York, trying to justify putting people in Q zones that's contagious, and in Washington, they're gonna knock it down, but they're gonna bring it back up. They just need some major event to justify it for bringing it and making it legal. That's all they need. Just one major event. Just like this crime warrior when it hit. One major event. Because like they say, you can't let a good crisis go to waste, man. So with that, I'm going to say, call Haloyim La, Yahweh by Hashem Al Shah, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honor to my apostles, elders, great millstone to rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth with righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Kram Yasharala. Abba, Babal.